Mm-mm-mm. Hi guys. Any short enjoyers out there?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, traders. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you're all doing well. I've been getting some stream drops and internet connections, so I don't know if it's going to continue or what. Hopefully it's not a huge deal. Connection issues. So non-farm payrolls canceled. Looks like I might be missing the short here. I did put in an order, but I think I'm a bit late to the party here. We'll see. I'll leave this. We will see. I did put in an order though. We got it in there. We just got it in there right when I sat down. They were already dumping it, so we'll see. Could get filled. This looks pretty good for rejection. If they, you know, if they start rejecting here, it looks like they're selling it off. If they do give us a retest, this looks pretty good till at least down here 71. Yeah. Just put a line there at 71. We can get rid of this box now. Get rid of this box here. 71. This line is already kind of done too. Yeah, can even move this over just to here. I like just 71. This is not really relevant anymore. Yeah, this could still hold the top range here though, you know. This isn't tested here. This breakout right here at 70. There's still a gap there. They kind of tested it on the way, but like that could hold. And then there's this down here, this swing. This could hold. I like this better down here. These are kind of the areas on the way down. This was tested on the way up. This isn't really relevant anymore either. There's a spot here. They just lost this, right? They left a gap. Can see it better on this if I pull it up in here. It's a 15-minute entry. They kind of tested it on the way down, but they did leave a gap, right? They did test it a little bit on the way down, but they still left an imbalance here, right here. And then on the 5, it'll be even bigger. I mean, they did kind of test it there, right, on the way down. And then there's this up here that hasn't been tested yet. This right here. So this, right? Couple small spots. So we'll see, you know what I mean? They did kind of test this on the way down and dump it, so you know, who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows if they'll come back up there at all. If they start running away with it to the downside, I'll remove these orders. Looks like we may have missed it. But I've seen crazier shit happen. I did want to get the top of this, the bottom of this. This is all tested already, so really it's just that. Expect 28, and maybe if this bottom part, if this doesn't hold here, expect 28. This 4 hour doesn't hold. Expect 28. So 71 needs to hold, or we're gonna be expecting 28. Yeah, that's kind of the story here. Really would like the comes liquidity, so probably see a move off this. Probably see a move to the upside off that. Bitcoin just still ripping, eh? 121. Holy shit. This is leaving it pretty open for a retest. They're not creating any swing here. You know, no swing has been created, so if they're leaving it open for a retest. How's trading been, Craftsman? Good? Did you get some more accounts through Apex? No accounts yet. I'm waiting for the 90% off sale. Once we get the 90% off sale, then I buy 10. Or I'll buy 5, maybe 5 more. Just kind of slowly add to this. Let me watch the tick down here and see if they start gaining. Just Bitcoin's just on a rip, man. You're basically at all-time high again. This is the failure spot, but they ripped up here pretty good. Let me have a look at the bigger time frame chart. Yeah, this is just going, man. This is just a continuation. If they do start dipping and expect this 118, wouldn't be too bad. And then down here 114 is another pretty key area. This one's been tested, so I would kind of think the bottom of the bottom of this weekly, or whatever this is here, this is probably a weekly. Top of this has been tested. No, not really yet. So there's the top of that too. Top of that and the bottom of this. That can go. These are kind of the levels to the downside for Bitcoin. Let me just look at the weekly here too. This is the big weekly failure to gain spot. I don't know, it's looking pretty strong. On the weekly, if they start dipping it again into this tested area, they tested this weekly, right? So, you know, I would kind of expect them much lower if they start dipping here. You don't want to see them lower now. You don't want to see them go make lower than 107. Honestly, now that they've pumped, they start dipping it, we'll probably see 80k, 90k. Yeah, I would think if we start losing this and start going lower than this again, I would think that we're headed down here and the bull run's over for now. Probably see multiple weeks of down. You kind of want to just see them go now at this point. We can't come down here and just hold on to this. Anyway. And Q left it untested too, the 15. Significant gap there, so we'll see. Maybe they'll give us a little entry. It's looking more and more unlikely now, though. Non-farm payrolls canceled today. I missed this trade, man. I will look for longs at 71 underneath this on some kind of a setup. I will look for longs down there. I do like this better though. 60. But this is the top of the 4 hour, so this level here. You know, kind of the trades that you look for. You know, liquidity. There's going to be liquidity underneath this. Is it this? No, underneath this guy. So probably they'll take the liquidity there too, and then we'll look for a setup here for long. Now that they've come this far down, I don't really like this short idea anymore. Unfortunately, we'll see. We'll still hang it in there, but they're testing the top of the 4 hour right now. Good. Tesla pre-market. Is it down? No, still up a bit. It's right at the highs. Kind of bound to see a little, you know, a little bit of fucking resistance here at the highs, right? I should have took PTs there. I could have fucking re-added like for half back down. So stupid. Just get some more relevant shit on the charts here, man. It's not a very convincing failure on the M2K. See if they can get back above that. This is looking pretty shit for the shorts, so I'm gonna flatten this. I'm gonna be looking for longs around 71. Can't really. It's pretty far. Just internet issues, man. Brutal. It's not like anything specific. It's just the internet keeps cutting in and out. If I miss my order, I'm gonna be pissed off. I haven't quite missed it yet. NQ pushing into a tested area. Let's just look at NQ here for a second. NQ it could go a little bit further, honestly. I think they could test this down here. It's a decent spot for a trade, honestly. Might as well put it long here too. Tight stop. So I got longs on ES and NQ. Hopefully they get hit. Looks like I'm gonna get front run a little bit here. I'm even front running the fucking spot, man. God damn. I'll give it to there, man. I gotta get cheap viewers for on the old ban list blockers, you know. Anytime anyone writes anything about viewers, just block it. We should put this on follow only chat too. How do I do that, man? Alright, I turned on follow only mode. Hopefully that keeps these guys at bay, you know? I honestly still kind of like the shorts. I just don't like them as much now. They're bouncing a tested area, so kind of expect them down here. A little bit more. Just a bit more, you know? A bit more down here is where I want. Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts, man? What are your thoughts about things? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mayor, how are you? SD Killer. SD Killer. If you're not on the mic, then I will take off the headphones. Can't hear you, brother. Yeah, I think it's bullish too. I just wanted it to go a little bit lower is all. There is a short also that's going to be in play on NQ and ES. NQ and ES are both bouncing the 4-hour continuation spot too, right? So it's you know, right here. I just didn't get tagged in. I was close, but no cigar. Close, but no cigar. NQ. Same kind of area, right? It's the 4-hour continuation spot. It still might get tagged. We'll see. They're bouncing. They're taking the lick, but this is tested, right? So they're taking the liquidity on a tested area already. So the next untested zone on NQ is down here, and that also lines up with the 4-hour spot, right? So that's kind of why I put the order there. And then for ES, same kind of thing. Like they're just bouncing this liquidity. This spot's already been tested. So the next real untested spot for ES is down here at 66. I'll add more there. I don't even have a stop in for ES yet. My plan is to buy here and then add more position here if it goes that far. ES, you can have a little bit wider stop, right? Like I can have this stop all the way down to, well, not that far, but I'd probably put this stop down to here, the very most $100 stop. I have been having internet issues, man, so I apologize if there is internet issues. It's not on my end. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It probably is on my end. It's my internet that's fucking up, so I don't know what's going on. The internet, the connection is fine. It's just going in and out. So I don't know. It's already dropped out like 3 times. Looks like it's dropping more again. Oh yeah, the NQ stop loss was going to be here. That was the NQ stop loss, and then the ES stop loss was going to be, I think I can have it a little bit wider on ES. Man, this internet, dude. just running havoc with it, with the software, man. Like when you get connection drops like that, this is what I get, you know? Fucking bullshit. This is what you get for living in Bali, man. Yes. This area here. Yeah, this area here. So I would stop this down here. It's fine. It's just it sucks when it's when it's spotty internet, man. The whole fucking program just dies. So this is gonna be the stop down here. And then I would buy this area here with some more orders, maybe like something like that. So what's this cost? 37. Yeah, it'd be like another $100 or something like that. It's fine. So this needs to get modified to 4. So that's kind of my plan for the day. Trying to just buy this upper range for a pump, and then I'll probably be selling like as we get into the spot. There is still a short opportunity here. I did have shorts in at first, right? This is still a valid trade, right? On the top of this, right? On top of that, for a short. It's still valid, even if they go back up there. It's still valid in my mind. It's not even that bad of a short. Can short it to. It's only a $22 stop per contract. Have I tried Ninja Trader? No, I have not. I like Quant Tower. It's nice. Can we do CL? Yeah, we can in 1 minute. CL. We should check gold too. What's gold doing? Let's check CL first. They did gain the weekly here. They're still in this weekly gain, you know what I mean? So it still kind of looks good to me on a lower time frame gain. Just look at the 4 hour. Anything down here? It's a pretty good spot even right now, man, honestly. Have a gap here too. This is a pretty decent spot for it to bounce. I would wait for a smaller time frame gain. Kind of already done it. The entry in this leg was like here, right? New low. Ugh, this is everything tested, yeah. Ugh, I think they might go down one more time. Everything tested here. Ugh. This isn't, you know, when you're looking at this stuff, you know, a lot of people would think that this is the gain, but this is still contained. Remember how I talk about containment? This is the containment here. They did gain this, so the only trade to be taking is a trade on this. So the trade on that, they didn't even leave a gap, so it's not even really a valid trade for me the way I trade, because I need this to be gained, and it needs to have, like, there needs to be liquidity there for it to pump. So I don't if it's not, it doesn't look like that, then I just don't take the trade. Kind of like, let me show you an example like this. When this, I don't know, let's get a better example. But when's the last time I gained here? Yeah, geez, it hasn't really had to gain. All right, this was a valid try. Or this right here. Dumped, gained this. So when it gained this and it left this gap, this is a valid entry. Does that make sense? Same when it gained here, so it was dumping. Re-achieved. This didn't really leave anything, but then they gained this. They gained this one. They gained the next level with gaps. So I consider taking a trade on that gap the next time it came up. Right here. So I would have considered taking this trade. Worked out for a bit and failed. Still, that wasn't even an A1 setup. This one left a tiny gap. Yeah, honestly, well, there's no trade to be had, I don't think, right now, because all this is tested, right? So I think this is headed lower. It's headed lower for now, but if it makes new lows, like this should be on the radar, right? Like when it's down here, you should be looking for a long opportunity, because on the weekly, it's like it's gained the weekly and it looks like it's gonna go, right? Like it's gained the weekly hard. And it looks like it wants to go, pushing up on a weekly level, right? So you want to, it's pushing up on the weekly swing continuation. So you want to be looking at this for sure. You start getting weekly closes down here. Like another thing you should look at is this weekly liquidity here, right there. If we sweep that almost 100%, there's going to be a move off that. You know, similar to what happened here. You can see this right here, right? When they're pushing up on the weekly and then they took the liquidity. If you zoom in on the smaller time frame, there's a trade to be had there for sure. I don't know, it's not, I can't find it where it is, but you know what I mean though, right? But yeah, I would expect this one more push down. Let's check out GC. Crude oil M. I can look at the exact ticker, but it's probably going to be the same. So oil on a 4-hour or gold on a 4-hour failure here, right? Did we get entered in any of our things here? No, not yet. Different chart. Let me look at it then. What was it here? Crude oil M. Crude oil M. This. Yeah, okay. Weekly. So still same kind of thing. You know, they're in the weekly spot that they've gained. They gained this. Again, a lot of people would think that this is the gain, but you wanted them to gain this because they're in containment here. So they did gain it. So coming back down and testing, this is decent enough to test. This is the weekly swing that you want them to hold. So they've made a new weekly low. Get the 4 hour. Yeah, they've made a new weekly low, so you're just waiting for them to gain something, right? So they did this big fuck you candle, so that's not very cool. When they do that, I kind of just ignore those candles. So when it's like a giant fucking wick, I just ignore it. So I would still, if you still want to get involved, then you're waiting for a gain, right? So right now you're just waiting. So if they do put in a move like this, then you know you can definitely get involved. Did I not get entered again? Not entered? God damn. Anybody got any other charts you want me to look at? Happy to take a look. Reliance. Probably had lower, rejecting the weekly. So this is kind of the area that you want them to look at. Stupid thing. They're trying to hold it. Failed the weekly, put in a lower low, and had a massive rejection off it. So that looks pretty bad for that. They're rejecting this weekly. They failed the weekly, right? So they're rejecting the weekly failure. If this had a higher close, I would say yeah, this looks like a great spot to buy it. But because it had a weak close, it's more likely that we're going to put in a lower low than this. That's the weekly. Daily, same thing. Didn't make a daily gain, so more down. So the daily level is even lower, right? The daily level is down here. This is the weekly breakout zone, but the daily level's down there. small time frame. 4 hour. Didn't really gain it with any kind of, you know, this isn't a really good setup for a gain. This one wasn't bad. This one back here wasn't too bad. But this current move, I don't really love this setup unless you took it like right. Really, it's not the best. Like you need to gain it up here. So I kind of feel like this is gonna go down one more leg. You want it to go lower, yeah. I would think it's gonna go lower because it made a new weekly low, right? So, or a new weekly lower high. So I would expect it lower than this. And honestly, the daily level is lower, man. It's like down here. If you're short, I would be taking profits on a sweep of this, and then I would be targeting this for the profit. Man, I just got front run, you know, with these guys, they just front run me. God damn it. Look at this shit. They just front run me, man. Just by like $1. Any other charts you guys want me to look at? I have a buddy of mine, he's just he has all his money into fucking like low cap mining stocks. It's absolutely ridiculous. I told him already, I was like, what are you doing, man? You can't do that. It's like his whole net worth is in low cap mining stocks. What? Happy Friday, man. High five. Welcome in, brother. Is he from Australia? No, he's from Mexico. I don't know. It's stupid especially when you already have like a significant amount of money. Like what's the point? Why risk it, you know? The more money I get, the lesser risk that I take in my investing and stock trading. Really, like, because I just don't care anymore, man. It doesn't matter. I have enough. The more money I get, like the lower returns I'm happy with. It's like, you know, 10%, 15% a year, sure. Especially if I don't have to do anything, sure. I'll still trade always, but you know, the days are over of me like trying to get, because like back in the day I had all my money in crypto, and like I was just like, if I'm not making 5x, I'm making nothing. You know what I mean? So it's not like that anymore, that's for sure. Yeah, stupid, man, really. Young and stupid, man.
Hey man, what's up? Can you hear me?
Rub us on voice, yeah?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Rub us, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I haven't looked at the charts today. I just got home.
Sorry, let me get you all sorted out here. You talk again?
Yeah, what's up?
All right, Rubus. We got Rubus on the mic, man. Let's go. Welcome
Yeah,
in,
sounds
brother.
like it.
Welcome
Thanks.
in. Yeah, man. How have you been?
So what are we looking at? I mean, I just got behind the computer, so I haven't looked at the chart yet.
I had a short before, but I took it off the charts because it just started dumping like crazy. So I'm just trying to long ES and NQ. It looks like at the 4-hour continuation spot.
Right. Yeah. We got the wasn't the NFP this Friday?
Non-farm payrolls got canceled because of government shutdown.
Ah, damn. Okay.
So it should just be pure price action, no craziness.
Okay. Yeah, I prefer that, to be honest.
I prefer that too. Yeah. You guys can hear us all good, yeah? So yeah, rub us, man.
Man, I mean, this Bitcoin has been like zero chill the past couple of days, right?
No doubt, man. Like I started rebuying basically right at the bottom. I put it out on the Discord. Um,
Yeah.
I did put it out here where I was buying. It was like at 108, basically the bottom.
Yeah.
But I didn't get all of my money in. You know what I mean? I only got a portion in. I still had like 25% I got in of my side money that I had waiting for buys.
They really like to do that, you know, when the spot is really obvious, everybody waits for it, you know, and then they just pump it,
Yeah.
front run everyone. But I got in hype, like we talked about, and it's been up like 20% or something.
Nice.
Some Aster, some Mog coin, that's a shitter, but and also some Doge.
Nice.
That's my leverage positions right now.
Nice. I'm mainly just in Bitcoin and ETH because I'm old and I just don't care anymore about looking at like all these fucking coins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might flip into some L2s once we make new all-time highs, because that's usually when the big altcoin season is like right at the end of the bull run. So
Right, yeah.
I might get into a few, but really it will be like 10% of the portfolio or something like that. It won't be much.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
I mean, playing leverage on these shitters is like, I mean, it's like playing with fire, to be honest.
Well, yeah, they're like just buying a shit coin is already like levered Bitcoin, basically.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Buying some of these like ETH betas shit coins worked out great so far.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I made the biggest trade I made all year was buying Ethereum when it was at like 1,500 or 1,600. I bought it all the way down. I started at 1,700, and I bought it all the way. I was like, I'm buying it I'm like lifting. I'm trying to find money like in like spare pants and shit. You know what I mean? To put it in, to put it into ETH. I was buying as much as I could.
It's actually insane that you could buy ETH at those prices. Like, was it last year or was it beginning of this year? I don't remember. Because I remember selling ETH at 1,400 back in 2017 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, ETH was like, it didn't do shit for like 4 years almost.
Yeah.
You know, it's been like barely doing anything. So I don't know. It's
yeah,
nice
I mean,
to see
ETH
it wake up a bit.
all-time high at 2017 was 1,500. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's been good. I am planning on taking heavy profits though. Like I know some people are talking about like a super cycle or whatever it, you know. I'm taking profits for sure.
Yeah.
If we get up to like 200K or whatever, I'll be like 75% out of crypto.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think that super cycle thing is like something they just meme about to attract more retail buyers, you know?
Yeah, I guess. But like it did happen once. Like it did happen at the beginning of Bitcoin, where it didn't go back down and test shit. Like it just took off. But like that was way back in the day when there was no institutions and like there was hardly, you know what I mean? Like it was so easy for market makers to move the chart. So I just don't see that happening again, man. I'm pretty sure you're better off just following like the business cycle and not even like the 4-year cycle, following like the business cycle and like the M2 money supply and following what the Fed does, right? Like when the Fed starts quantitative tightening again, that's when the bear markets start in all markets.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just that's kind of what I go off of.
Yeah, and I mean, Bitcoin will eventually probably just be like the regular equities, like up only basically all the time.
Yeah, it almost is right now. I would say, like even over the past few years, it's followed them very closely, right? So
Yeah.
it moves a little bit more like faster. You know, its moves are still more so than the equities, but it's moving the same type of direction as those ones. You know, when those ones have a bear market, Bitcoin has a bear market too.
Right.
Yeah.
But so the government is actually shut down right now. What is
Yeah.
it about? I have no clue.
I don't really know either. I don't really follow too much. I just got a notification that said government shutdown. It's happened before. I don't think it's not like a huge deal. They're just like trying to work some shit out, and then they'll be back to work on Monday or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most likely.
It's but yeah, that's I got a notification saying that non-farm payrolls is canceled. How's trading been this month? Man, I've been killing it, dude.
Yeah, I've seen, man, dude.
Like,
You've
it's
been living
crazy.
like a king.
I'm up $2,000 per account, so times 6 in the last 15 days. That's crazy, man. It's good. This must be the best I've ever traded. I think this is one of some of the best trading I've ever done.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
I'm stoked.
I've had the best week in a long time. I think I'm up like almost 2K.
Yeah, it's
a
awesome.
week, and I think that's good work.
That's huge, man. And I remember when I used to work all fucking day for $100. You know what I mean?
Yeah, crazy. It's crazy.
That's why I was never too greedy with this shit, because I always remember where I came from. I never came from shit. You know what I mean? I didn't have money.
Right. Yeah.
Back in the day, like, I didn't have shit. I was working all the time. It sucked.
Same here. I've just been, when I started in crypto, I was lucky, buying an apartment really cheap and selling it. So I made like 100K when I was like 25.
Mm-hmm.
Started
that's
like,
a lot of money when you're back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It was all luck basically, and then, got into stocks and crypto and stuff, and basically blew it all,
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know about prop firms and stuff, so I just put like 5K into an account, blew it, another 5K,
Blew it. Yeah.
So I was really stupid with it,
Yeah, sure. I mean, we all went through it. I lost probably 30 grand learning how to trade.
Yeah.
But I got real lucky too, man. I was investing in Bitcoin when I first started. I was mining it when Bitcoin was at like $400, and I thought it was all a scam. I really did. Like, I was just converting the Bitcoin into dollars immediately. Every week I would just convert it to dollars. But then it started like going, and I started like investing like more serious money into it when it was at like $1,000. And then around that time too, I had maybe like 25 grand or something. Around that, something like 20 grand or something in like stocks. I didn't know shit about stocks at all. I just put it in like big companies that I knew. Netflix, Facebook. I had a whole bunch of Facebook stock. Like, I didn't know anything about it, right? I just left it for years. So I ended up doing very well there too. And that,
for sure. That's
all
nice.
That was just luck too, right? Like, I didn't really know about trading. Like, trading, I didn't try to figure out until Bitcoin was at like 20 grand.
Yeah, I didn't even try to figure out trading until like basically. Yeah, I think it was 2017. I think, like, when Bitcoin pulled the all-time high, and I made a good chunk of change of that, and I was like, maybe this is something. And I think I found Mike's channel around that time also.
Right.
Yeah.
That channel was a godsend when it first started, man. Remember how many people were there? There was like 500 people in there.
Yeah, really big community, and had some good streamers also. I mean, Mule Skinner, Mike was more active, and there was a lot of guys. I don't remember.
Yeah, tons of people that were just in there all the time, day in, day out trading. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually owe a lot to those guys, man. Like, that's where I honed my skills in that channel. I spent
for sure. Me too.
Years
I mean,
in there honing my shit. I took the dope course, and dope course was good, but like, even after you learn what you're doing, you need to put it to practice, right? It takes a while to get through it all.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go through it all. Like, you're identifying your weak spots. Mine was also always like being too what do you call it, pig-headed, too attached to a position, not able to cut the losses in time, so
sure.
I was really I was winning a lot, but my losses got too big often, you know,
Sure.
uh, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it was always just I was taking trades. At first out, my PTs were too far, and then I think that's why and then I was taking a lot of stop losses, and I could have been taking PTs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And then because of that, I developed bad habit of pushing PTs now, because I want to take the profit, right? So now I have a bad habit. Even now, I still have a bad habit of just pushing PTs when I should just leave everything alone.
Yeah, I've had the same, you know, because you've seen so many positions go from like up a bigly to like just basically erasing everything, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah,
The other day we were here and we were trading and I think it was on ES. Oh yeah, 6,700 on ES. So when ES was at 6,700, it was just going up and down and up and down and up and down, and we were trying to short it. And I literally, this part right here, I literally watched my position go from $200 in the positive to break even, $200 in the positive to break even, $200 in the positive to break even, and then I just pushed out after it was like, I don't know, I was over it, you know what I mean? So I just got out at like plus $100 or something like that. Kinda
yeah.
rough
I mean,
rough
yeah,
to
I was
watch
there
sometimes.
that day. Because I took 2 longs during the time.
Oh yeah, you were longing. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because I saw them closing the hourly like up there, you know. So I was like, they're probably just gonna pump this eventually because they're not following through on the downside, but eventually they did. But yeah,
When you can't find the liquidity, you are the liquidity. Yeah, cool. Most likely. Most people are the liquidity. I would say 90% at least.
yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get an entry here, boys. Appreciate you guys. You coming by, Rubus, and coming on the mic. It's awesome. More people.
No problem. It's nice. I mean,
the more people
trading is pretty lonely, you know.
No doubt. That's the reason I started streaming. I was like, I can't do this, man. Just sitting in my room by myself here. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's just good to talk to some people, even on chat or whatever. It's just, you know, some kind of interaction. I'm just gonna go for a quick cigarette. Let's hope we get an entries here. A couple entries on on ES and on NQ. I'm trying to long them both. See what happens.
Nice.
Be right back, guys. I'm back. Still no entries, yeah? All good, man. Enjoy your burger. Okay, we got about 1 hour until the open. I was early at the stream today. Shit. What headset is this? Steel Series. I'm not sure which one. It's just a Steel Series headset. It has a mic here too. I used to have this mic. It's not very good, so I don't really use it. I was gonna probably get a new pair of headset. I don't even like wearing the headset. I only wear it when people are on Discord. Just let me know in chat when you're back on in the Discord, or just talk, Robust. I wish it just there wasn't echoing, because I could have it just through my speakers. All right, man, this is the time. The entry comes now. Hopefully this time I will see. This is just the first sneaky entry just with ES. It's a big front run. I expect to get this one at least. The bottom ones, I don't know if they'll go that far, but we'll see. See if they bounce this area or the bottom area. You guys like my meme I put out on the Discord? This? So stupid, man. Look at this guy's face. Fuck. Fucking trading memes, man. Makes me laugh. They make me laugh so much all the time. Really, stream is just struggling here today too. We're getting drop rate all over the place. Sucks. I don't know why, man. Read books for trading, as long as it's a price action book. That's all you need. Is you just need to understand price action. Everything else is just kind of, like, you need to know price. Or there's the entry on ES, first entry. You just need to understand price action, and then besides that, all that matters really is the macro. So like, you need to look at, like, you know, money flow in as a whole in the world, and what the Fed's doing for the macro, to try to get an insight into when the tops are. But calling tops is like fucking super hard, man. It's next to impossible. So it's better just to understand price action, take trades, leave runners, you know. But understanding the macro gives you a better insight on when to leave deep runners, I would say. But for prop trading, everything's intraday anyway, so it doesn't really matter, you know. But for stuff like stocks, most people are just buying stocks, right? Understanding the macro gives you a good insight on when to buy stocks or when to be a little bit more defensive, right? Is it time to buy, or is it time to like hold some cash and gold? Or is it time to fucking, you know, put it all into fucking AI stocks? You know what I mean? Understanding the macro is pretty easy, dude. You just need to understand what the Fed is doing, you know? Is the Fed tightening, or is the Fed easing? What does the M2 money supply look like? I don't know what the chart is. M2? I think it might be this. Yeah, so this is the M2 money supply. There's a better chart to look at, but this is the M2 money supply. So, you know, we're ticking up, right? Last time we ticked down was April 22. That's when we started ticking down, right? April 22. So this was April 22. That's really not the best chart to look at. There's going to be a better chart. I'll find it for you. Can't this go on the daily? The weekly is all you get, yeah. So this one, the last time it started ticking down was March. And then it ticked up May 23. So this has just been on a constant fucking rise, right? More money in the system just means it's very literally just means more money to buy fucking assets. So the more money that's out there, the more money is going to flow into things like fucking Bitcoin and equities and, you know, businesses or whatever, right? It just means there's more money in the system. This is the US one, but there's even a better chart to look at than this. So we haven't had a tick down since the last time there was a tick up was April 23. Oops. Just typing April. The fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, if you're not, hedged against inflation, you're getting brutalized.
Yeah, you're dying, man. Like it's the worst. So here's the last time that the money supply ticked up was right here. This was the last signal that it gave that it was on for buying shit. You know what I mean? So yeah. This is just why it's important to just pay attention to that shit a little bit anyway. The last time it ticked down, let's just open up a new chart here. M2. Oh my God. Just help a brother out.
Yeah.
So when it ticked down in the US, the first tick down was May 22. Right here. Kind of a lagging indicator, but honestly, like it lagged, but still, like the market dropped after that by like fucking 40%, 50%. You know what I mean? So this is why, even though it's lagging, it's important to just pay attention, because if you're still in the market and it starts lagging, you need to get like move into highly defensive positions, right? That's kind of how I use it anyway.
Yeah, for sure it's a good indicator, definitely, because otherwise you end up, you meet normies like basically on an everyday basis, and they, like the last market correction, I was on a date with a girl and she was like, yeah, I sold everything at the bottom. I was like, you better just buy it back right now or you're going to regret it.
Yeah, no
doubt.
Because
that's a cycle of like fear and greed all over.
Yeah. Like
you're just not really gonna get a random girl to look at the money supply,
Yeah, you don't really like base trades on it, It's not something to base trades on it, but it's something just to keep in mind for the big overall macro picture.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's gonna fail the weekly before that happens.
Yeah.
All right, close to all right, we're in on NQ also.
Nice.
Looks like we might get tagged in here too on ES for the, yeah. 2 on ES, 1 on NQ. Might be a losing day today. If I have a losing day, this will be the first losing day in like 14 days.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
Yeah, I'll take it. Still okay for
Yeah.
me. Okay, we got 3 long on ES, 1 long on NQ. Did that make do you understand what we were talking about there, Crossman, though? Did that make sense? It's really basic, you know what I mean? It's just the more money that's out in the world is the more assets get bought, basically. Too bad I didn't get that last ES. Damn. We got about 50 minutes until the market opens, or 40 minutes. Probably need a market open for any kind of pump. Yeah, we're at the 4-hour area. That's why I'm taking trades.
But the PMI news is not cancelled, I guess.
Really?
I'm just asking. I don't know.
No, it is. I got a notification from like.
Okay, so every new. Okay, so all news are cancelled.
Yeah, no, I got a notification from my like my brokerage.
Okay.
I try to find it. We got it yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same one. I mean, due to the shutdown, no non-farm payroll, reports. But
No non-farm
the PM
payrolls.
Yeah, exactly. But the PMI is something different, right?
Oh yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think maybe they just mentioned that one. The PMI is not very important, is it?
I don't know. I mean, I just look at the stars. I mean, it's 3 out of 3 stars of impact.
What do you
We'll
use?
see.
What site do you use to do it? I use this finviz.com.
I'm using investing.com.
Oh, investing.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not highly rated on mine. The one I use.
Right.
The only thing that's red is non-farm, and then unemployment rate is at 830. That's red too.
Mm-hmm.
But like we just had that. We passed 8:30 a.m. already, and there wasn't much movement. So I'm pretty sure just everything got canceled.
Yeah, probably the Fed speech as well.
Yeah, they don't even have any numbers up on here.
Hmm.
On the let's see, on the web. We didn't. There's nothing on actual. So usually there's numbers of what was presented, right? What the deal was.
Yeah.
So probably everything. They just mentioned non-farm payroll since that one's the biggest one. All right, man. Can we get a little pump here? Can we get a little bit of a pump? I think it's gonna be, we're just waiting until the market opens.
Yeah.
Before anything happens. Probably still get filled here.
Yeah, I mean, what's the? I heard you talked about it earlier. I mean, calling the tops. I mean, what's the? People get some kind of a fetish for like calling the top. You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially in crypto.
Stupid to try to, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's gonna be very. But like it's undeniable this crypto cycle that's been happening. This 4-year cycle, right? It's been pretty accurate for 3 years, or for 4 years, or for 4 cycles. I mean, or for 3 cycles, however many it is. But there's a few different things this time, right? The Fed is just starting quantitative easing, just starting. So last time, we have a little gain here on the tick chart on ES. Last time they were starting tightening at the 4-year cycle thing, right? So it's a little bit different now. I think the more important thing is monetary policy, not the Bitcoin 4-year cycle.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know if you're active on crypto Twitter, but the sentiment has been just like awful. But I think that's partly because, like, this cycle. I mean, we've had meme coins before, like Doge and Shiba and whatever, you know.
mm-hmm.
But this cycle is exploded to, I mean, a new level. So it's going to be interesting to see what.
Oh yeah, like on Solana, it's crazy. Like they're launching meme coins like 100 a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nuts. It really is. I don't know. I haven't partaked in it at all. I did. I had a major Doge trade back in the day, but that was it. That was the only trade that I've ever done on Doge. And then I tried to short it at 70 cents and I got stopped out. And it was going to be a long-term short, and I was pissed off that I got stopped out.
Yeah.
And as we move into like if we see a pump into like the 140 150 range, I'll be taking, you know, pretty significant profits there, like 25% of the portfolio or something like that. And then if we start seeing higher, like 60s or 70s, like 160s or 170s, I'll probably be 50% out or something like that. And then at that point, I'll probably have a significant amount on the exchange because I'll be looking for like a big hedge too.
Right. Yeah.
I'd like to hedge the fucking market this time, you know what I mean? And hedge my position. Because I have a significant position. I don't want to just watch it fucking... I like to keep it... I like to keep bags of spot, you know what I mean? Just in case. You never know what's going to happen with this shit. You know, it's kind of unprecedented territory that we're in. But it's just... I have to figure out a hedge this time. You know, be
Yeah,
fucking
and I mean,
awesome.
if you get some nice shorts, I mean, you can probably hold them for like months at a time.
Yeah,
We'll see.
maybe even a year. You know what I mean? That's the kind of hedge that I want, and then I want it. I don't really care about taking profits because I just want it. Like I don't care about taking quick profits because the only purpose of the hedge is to protect the fucking main position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's going to be my thinking behind it. Like when I do move, like it's not going to be lots. Maybe I'll move like 5K or something to the exchange. But if you do the hedge properly, you could turn 5K into 50. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So that's going to be the kind of the plan. Looks like we are seeing a little bit of buying here. I almost fully filled on the ES. I just have the one contract on the NQ because I'm a pussy. Three out of four on the ES. Really, the only PT I'm really interested in here is going to be up here. I'll probably take two off there and then hold one runner, I guess. Or maybe even take all three off right there. What's that worth? $200. It's really above there. Something like that, man. Something like that, maybe a little bit lower. You know, they basically left equal highs up here almost, you know, on the 4 hour. Very rare does that ever stand. Most likely going to new highs again. Like this is like equal highs basically right here. So really, I think that this is going here. I should keep. That's how I really should have this trade. All right, market open in 30 minutes, man. Fuck, I'm early today.
Yeah, what's the time at your place?
9 p.m.
9 p.m. Okay. 3 p.m. over here.
Yeah. Oh, you're lucky you got the afternoon. That's the perfect time for trading, man. That's a nice time zone to
Yeah.
live in. You just wake up in the afternoon, just whenever you get to your computer, get there, you know? 3 p.m.
Exactly.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Me, it's a little rough, man. Like it gets to like 11 it's 11 a.m. in New York and it's 11 p.m. here. I'm tired, you know? From the whole
Yeah, I
day.
get it. I mean, yeah. The U.S. close is like starting to get late. It's like 10 p.m. over here.
Yeah. Yeah, like I never stay up for the close. I like 11 is usually my maximum. One time this week I stayed up until 2 a.m. Just because the chart it looked so good, so I had to. But not usually. That's not a usual.
No, for sure.
Seven's not too bad either, Crossman. It's better than me. Better than 9. 9 too late. this on over here. Where's BDP today? He said he wasn't going to trade because of the non-farm. He never trades it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I usually don't trade Fed days and stuff like that, but sometimes you can make insane amounts of money if you're like positioned right. But
usually how I like to try to trade those is just look far away in the chart, you know, from where it is for where an untested level is. And just have resting orders, either long or short or whatever, right? Doesn't really matter. Just somewhere far away from where the price is. All right, we got 30 minutes. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Maybe have another smoke. I'll be back. You guys got Robust here to keep you company?
yeah, feel free to ask any questions. The Nifty, yeah, sure. I can't show it on stream, but I'll look at my. Do you mean for the short term, as in a day trade, or do you want to place money in it? Because right now we're at the spot, it looks like it's bouncing, so I think it's probably gonna continue up from here. Yeah. I can just put some lines on it and post it in the chat. So I posted the chart there, and how I look at things is like we bounced off that the level I marked there around 24.6. And the thing is, right now there's not much to do, but what I used to usually look for is like, okay, so if we get up to the white line that I marked, if you have like an hourly close or something like that above that level, you can be usually very confident in longing a pullback from that level, you know. So right now I wouldn't do anything, but just watch, you know. So if we do start to close above the the white line, I'd want to long a pullback. I can draw an arrow just to be, and just an hourly close is sufficient. Yeah. I'll show you with some arrows like this. Yeah, good. Because how I like to look at it, like right now, me and Jay were just longing basically a falling knife. I mean, if you know what you're doing and it's a sufficient area, I mean, it's fine to do it. But the best longs are those where you wait for them to regain like a local level lost on, like, let's say the hourly, and then you long the pullback because you have a much higher strike rate on those trades. Otherwise, I would prefer to like wait for a small time frame setup, like on the 3-minute or the 5-minute, to just get in a position, because then you can also have a higher, bigger size and get more out of the move, you know. That's how I like to do it.
Yeah, big time frame ideas, small time frame setups. That's what I always say. So for this ES trade, like we're pushing up on the 4-hour. This is the 4-hour swing here. So it's we're playing a 4-hour continuation. I didn't really wait for a small time frame setup. I just picked a gap that they, like, I was expecting them to take this liquidity. This last one didn't really work out. Might still. But if you wanted to wait for a small time frame setup, there's one right here. I marked it out on the chart for you guys. This is a 15-second chart. I don't recommend really taking 15-second setups, you know what I mean? But
it looks the same on all time frames though. Yeah, but
yeah,
for sure.
I use it sometimes just for a little bit of confirmation, or when I want to add size to a position, I'll wait for a 15-second gain.
Yeah. Because this is something I learned from Skinner. I mean, maybe it's just the basics, but the best longs is like, I'm gonna post a chart here, you know, where the best strike rate for longs is when you regain the last local level lost, and then you go back to retest, you know. So
yeah.
ES did it yesterday and got a great long from it.
Yeah, yeah.
Chart.
Yeah, I always found my best trading is just on the 4-hour, just playing the 4-hour chart for continuations. You know what I mean? Just like a 4-hour continuation, and then just looking at the smaller time frame for entry, be that the 5-minute or whatever, right? Sometimes I'll just take the trade when I can put the stop in a decent spot. It's not such a crazy spot, especially if I can put it behind the 4-hour swing, you know what I mean? then I like just taking the trade. What charts you got here?
I was just showing the long that I took yesterday in the evening, you know, where we pushed down to, it was like an hourly area, or like, yeah, a pretty good level to hold. And then we closed above on the hourly, like I showed in the circle there. And then you can like look on the smaller time frame and you have a pretty high strike rate long from there, because you started to regain levels, and then yeah, the likelihood of you like just keeping the downside is lower.
Yeah.
So
these are good
yeah, I
entries,
posted the
right?
15-minute also.
When they have closes above the last level lost on the retest of that level with stops under here, you know, those are prime trades, man. Like that's kind of the stuff that you're looking for.
Exactly. This looks even cleaner on the 15-minute, because then you can like get a better stop, you know, and look for yeah, because I always try to look for to get as big a size as possible when I get into a trade,
right?
With as little risk in dollars as possible.
Mm-hmm. What are you thinking about this? I think this is just continuation up, man.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're just it's going to make new highs again. We had a nice 4-hour close above here. You know, above this swing, above all this stuff. So it had a nice 4-hour close, nice retest. It looks good for just new highs, right? I don't know if it'll be a little tricky for me, you know, because I like to have deeper targets, but when you're trading prop, I'm only in it for the session, so like, you know, I have to kind of pick and choose when to take profits. So I don't have the luxury of just like holding for a few days until it gets up there again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do on my other account, on my personal accounts, but honestly, I've just been focusing much on trading prop because I just like it better. Are you do you trade prop there, Robus?
Yeah, I'm currently playing 2 accounts, Trade of 8 via Apex.
On Apex too, or on
Yeah,
Top Step?
No, it's Apex.
Apex. Yeah.
We still haven't regained anything of significance, so maybe we just one last push down before we continue up here.
Maybe, or they may fail it too. You never know.
Yeah.
$15 minutes until the open.
I actually put like 25k into this meme coin. Let's hope it runs, you know.
Oh
If it
man.
doesn't, I mean, it's like, dude. But
Which coin? What is it? Let's look at it.
it's called Mog coin.
Mod?
Mog USD. Mog, MOG.
MOG?
Yeah.
USD? Mog coin. Oh no. Let me have a look at this thing. Well, I mean, it gave a great entry back here, man. You know?
Yeah.
Moggy. Old Mog. Liquidity.
I mean,
weekly liquidity sweep, eh? Should see a run on that at least. We are seeing a little bit of a run. And let's look at the daily. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gaining the daily with significance. Having a daily close back above this too, right?
Yeah.
So
Should be fine.
looks okay. looks
Just
okay,
coping
I
right now.
guess. when did you enter it?
I mean, I started to buy. I DCA during this
During this
dip.
crash?
But yeah, but also, I mean, I started buying it for like small amounts back in 2023. So I'm up. I mean, I'm up bigly on it already. So
Yeah.
but
Mog. You know, maybe have a retest of this, right? 72.
yeah, we'll see what
72
Ethereum
cents.
does basically. Yeah.
It's kind of the area that you want to be looking at to see what happens there. 72 sats. 77 sats. I do like that they took the liquidity but still held this, right? They still held this move to the low. It's probably the weekly move to the all-time low in there. Yeah, it's so, you know, it is the area that you wanted to see them hold. And they did gain a daily. So half decent for a move anyway, I would think. Maybe a push up into take the liquidity up here at 111. Or maybe
Yeah,
maybe it'll
and
go
also,
bonkers,
like,
who knows.
Yeah, if it does, I mean, maybe it's like, let's hope it does like Doge in, was it 2021, 2022? I mean, that'll be fine.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's kind of my layout here for this trade here. It's my layout.
You ever talk to Mike or any of those old streamers?
Yeah, Mike came on here. He came to my stream. I used to send people over there, but like there are hardly any people coming here, right? I did talk to Mike not too long ago, maybe like a month and a half ago or so. Still kicking.
Yeah, he's moved now, right? So he hasn't been as active on the stream. Yeah, he told me he's moving to Texas. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw he showed me the house.
Yeah, nice.
He was moving with it, some girl or whatever, right? That you met on stream, I think.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I thought
she was from
the Nancy.
Yeah,
Germany,
Nancy,
right?
Yeah. That's what I heard anyway. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but I heard that the plan there was that it was Nancy was moving to the States, and then he was selling his house, and they were going to Texas.
Damn, nice. Yeah, she's been killing it on the stream.
Oh,
She's a good
dude,
trader as well.
yeah, she was. I traded with her for a little while there, maybe like 2 weeks or so. I was jumping into the streams, and like she knows what she's talking about for sure. She took the dope course, so she knows what's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike said she picked it up like really fast.
Yeah, she used to be on voice as well on the stream for a while.
Yeah, she was when I was over there every once in a while. I don't know how active he is on the stream anymore, or like I haven't dipped in there in a bit. Mike's stream's all well and good, but it's just too political over there for me, man. I just don't give a shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. I mean, it keeps like posting these random ass tweets about politics. I mean,
Yeah,
I couldn't
dude.
care less about American politics unless it's gonna affect my trading.
Yeah, I couldn't care less about any politics, to tell you the truth. You know, I
Yeah.
think it's all corrupt, and it doesn't matter who wins. That's how, that's my view on it.
For sure. I mean, it's all theatrics. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, man. So like, what's the point in putting any kind of effort into paying attention to it?
Yeah, just get the bag, put it in Monero or something, and then just get away from
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah, no doubt.
What do you think about those Monero or Zcash? I mean, they always get some.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. At this point, my trading in crypto is like, it's so basic. It's just Bitcoin and ETH.
Yeah.
And then when we make new all-time highs here, I may rotate a bit into L2 ETHs or like Ethereum L2s. But besides that, maybe I'll pick one DeFi play or something like that World Liberty coin, the Trump one, Trump's
Right,
project.
yeah.
I might put a bit into that. Not much, maybe like $500 or something like that. Like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But like the main thing is Bitcoin. If you go back and like I go back and I look through all my shit that I fucking held, I would have been way better off just holding Bitcoin. If just buying Bitcoin and fucking holding it once, no trading. You know
for
what I mean? Yeah. So
I mean, if you bought the bottom on Bitcoin, you're up like 7 or 8x right now. I mean, that's
yeah, dude.
crazy compared
Dude,
to most
like
other
if you
things.
think about it, man, when we were trading, I was trading the shit out of Bitcoin when it was at like $3,000, you know, and I was
Yeah.
buying all kinds of alts and ICOs all over the place, and you know, all kinds of shit. Honestly, if I would have just put every penny I had into Bitcoin and just fucking held it until now, I'd have multiple millions of dollars just in crypto, you know. So
Right, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I
so-
mean, yeah, first time I ever heard about Bitcoin was like $1,000 or something like that, you know. And I remember it was back. I had a job at the time at a bank, you know, and I told everybody because I was listening to Peter Schiff's podcast. I mean, God. And he's a good macro guy, but he doesn't know shit about Bitcoin. So he said like, buy gold, not Bitcoin, you know.
I mean,
I
that
bought
would have been a
Bitcoin
good play
anyway.
too. Gold's been running like crazy too, right?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, since 2017, I think gold was at like 1,100 or something. And that's
Yeah.
like 3x.
3x. Yeah.
Yeah, Bitcoin has done like a 50x
Yeah.
in the same amount of time, you know.
Dude, I'm just a huge fan of crypto because I fucking hate the banks and I hate the idea of the government being able to go in and shut down your bank account without you
Yeah.
having any control over it. That's really why I'm so heavily invested into crypto. Honestly, I'm using Bitcoin almost like a fucking savings account, you know? Every time there's dips, like major dips, I'm putting a whole bunch of money in and just leaving it.
Yeah.
It's just I feel safer. I honestly feel safer putting my money there than in a bank, man. I don't trust the banks and I don't trust fiat, man. Like they're just devaluing the shit out of it, man. The next step is just buying gold
sure.
bars and putting it under my bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's kind of how I feel about the fucking whole situation. I mean, like some people probably think I'm fucking crazy, but like I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see a major event in the next 10 years, probably in the next 5. That's gonna fucking wipe out like tons of money, man.
I mean, it's also scary what they can do to your bank accounts and everything. You know, I don't know how it is in Canada, but here in Sweden, I was late paying the taxes one time. I mean, I was moving, so I wasn't getting my mail.
Sure.
So I was late paying like was it like 1K in taxes.
Yeah,
Not a biggie. I had the money, of course, but I was late, like 2 months with the payment. They put a block on me, which they do here in Sweden. So
yeah,
the government goes in and blocks me from taking a loan. I can't buy a cell phone. I can't take a loan. I can't rent a car for 3 fucking years.
yeah. Oh
Just
wow, that's
because I
huge.
was late. That's insane, you know.
That's
So and
insane.
they send it out to every bank, every institution. So I mean, I was basically on lockdown for 3 years, you know.
That's brutal, dude. You see, man, like that's
Yeah.
not right, man. That's a complete bullshit. It's like the whole system is complete bullshit, man. It's why I'm a huge fan of DeFi. Like why should the fucking bank be making money on your money? That doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? Like it is crazy. It really is, man. This the DeFi stuff is going to be huge, I think, in the next little while or whatever. Like once people start figuring it out, like you can make money on your money, decent percentage points too. Like I on the cash that I have holding in my the DeFi accounts that I have, I make anywhere from 8 to 15% on fucking USDC. 8 to 15.
That's great. Yeah,
That's
man,
great.
that's great.
You know, you're not going to get that anywhere at a bank. You know what I mean?
You're lucky to get that 0.15%, you know, over
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Like you don't
It's
get
like
those
insanely
kind
low.
of returns. Even if you buy bonds, it's like 3%.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, I don't know, man. And I really don't like, the same thing happens in Canada too. Like if you owe taxes or you owe credit card or whatever, they can put a lien on your account and just take it.
Yeah.
Like what if there was some kind of fucking, discrepancy or something, or like, I had a credit card. I left Canada. I had a credit card and I bought a laptop off Amazon. And I returned it because it wasn't they sent me the wrong fucking laptop, so I returned it. And then they said they never received it. Well, I fucking sent it in, you know what I mean? And I have the goddamn thing. And then they said I did a chargeback on my credit card, and the credit card said no, we're siding with Amazon. So now I have like a $3,000 bill from a credit card, and I was like, well, fuck you, man, I'm not paying it. I was like, you can go ding my credit because I don't give a shit. I don't even live in that country anymore. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
not like my credit score,
Fucked
the
up.
Canadian credit score follows me to Indonesia. You know, it doesn't at all. And in 7 years it'll get wiped off. So who's what's going on now? Shit like that. And now that I know that that's out there, 100% they can put a lien on my bank account. Then my bank account with $5 in it in Canada, they can lien it.
Yeah, let them, you know.
Yeah, they
I mean,
can.
7 years is a long time. Also, if you live there, I mean, 7 years is long ass time.
Yeah. But like there's shit like that, and like 100%, that's not my fault. You know what I mean? Like I had I have the tracking number that shows received at Amazon, and Amazon's just saying no, sorry. Like what the fuck? What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, that's bullshit. All right, seeing some buys
There's
here,
the
boys.
open. Russ is going for it. I'm just gonna be right back, real quick.
All right. Let's see if we can gain the 15. Oh yeah, New York Open. Sorry, man. The trades all happened before New York Open. Okay, I'm gonna close off this last one that I didn't have here. Change this to 3. Modify. And just let this cook. We'll just try to let this cook and not push too many PTs today. You should really have this one here. Quite the move. Quite the move. We're going to push one here. Quite the move over here too. I think we're gonna flatten it. Another $100 over on ES or on NQ.
That's a great open.
Yeah, it's a great open. I'm gonna push one more here. Sell, market sell. Yeah. One more gone. That's it. Just runner left. All right, boys. Thank you for coming out. You know, stop and profit. Lifestyle trading with Jay Funkdown. Thanks for the free $170 markets. You got one runner left for all-time high. Or for new highs, local highs. GG.
Yeah. What now?
You're welcome, folks. Now that's it, man. I can go to bed, you know?
Yeah.
I really enjoy this style of trading, you know what I mean? You come here for market open, you trade for an hour. Usually the setup happens either before around between 8 and 9:30 or 9:40. Take the trade, get a couple PTs, put the stop into profit, and leave. That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean the Goldilocks trading period is usually 1 to 1.5 hours before open, and then it usually plays out right after the open.
Yeah. $170 on the day. I remember when I used to work for 10 hours to get 100, more than that. That's like, I'd have to work like 12-hour shift to get $170.
Yeah.
Today was an hour, you know? Man, how times have
but
changed.
it's also a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into being able to do this also.
Oh yeah, man. It's not like it's funny because we make it look easy, right? Like I can only imagine people, like I know there's not too many people here at the stream, but people actually watch the YouTube videos. You usually get about 100 to 200 views on the YouTube videos. So I can only imagine the people that are like watching and they're like, well, this guy's doing it so easy. You know what I mean? Look, over the course of the past 2 weeks, he's made $2,000. He's doing it live. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at $2,200. Not even one losing day, man, in 15. That's crazy, dude. What a run, man. What a streak.
Yeah, what a run.
That's great. 9 losses out of 45 trades. $279 in losses, $2,473 in profit. What a run, man. That's great.
Yeah.
I don't usually trade like that, you know what I mean? That's not I'm not usually that's not usually the strike rate.
Right, yeah.
Usually happy with like 60%, you know? That's like close to fucking 85.
I mean, like I mentioned before, I was in Dope's alpha room for a while, a couple of years back. I mean, this guy has an insane strike rate, but I've seen the guy also lose, like, because he was also like a super stubborn guy. So I've seen him live lose like 27K in one day.
Shit.
You know?
Wow, that's crazy, dude. You know, I don't think I could ever get to the point where I'm swinging around that much money. You know, I'm happy. Like if I make $1,000 in the session, like that's already tons, man. I can't imagine. I can't, like, what am I going to do? Is just start taking helicopters around and shit? You know, like what the fuck? What do you need all this money for?
Yeah, I mean that too. But also, I mean, swinging around that kind of money, you know, does something to your psyche. It's harder to handle, you know, because you think, what can you do with 27K? I mean, I can live off 27K for a whole year, you know, almost at least. So it's better, I think, to like grind small wins on multiple accounts because that's easier
sure.
on the psyche.
That's the main reason why I have 6 accounts instead of having one big account, and that's the reason I have 50K accounts instead of having 300. You can have 300K accounts, right? Like I don't want those. You know, the numbers are too big.
Yeah. Because you're going to take way more risk in terms of account percentage if you want a 6K win, which is one account instead of like 1K wins, you know, for example. Here we go.
Pretty decent profit taking spot coming up on ES. Might just push this and just be done with it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. That's the last one.
Another $70. Oh yeah, boys, another 240 in the bank. Let's get it. Oh.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah, that's a 2K week, basically. That's fucking awesome.
My week has been massive. 1,400 times 6.
That's insane, brother.
8,400. Like, that's stupid, man. I had to get the calculator out.
Yeah, those luxury problems, you know.
Yeah. Here's a PT. This is also half decent short opportunity for just like a scalping shorts. On ES anyway. Quite the move, man.
Yeah.
That's all right, though. We did well.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they keep blasting this until it
I wouldn't
close,
be
basically.
surprised, yeah, if they go to like 8-10 or whatever, right? I wouldn't be surprised at all. But like I said, man, there's no way I'm staying up here. What am I supposed to do? Just let them?
Yeah, I mean it's Friday, the sun is out. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah. It's nighttime here now, but there's no way I'm staying up. Like when you're trading prop, you can't just leave you can have it auto shut down. I could just leave it, I guess, and just be like, all right, whatever happens by the end of the day, and trail it, I guess,
Yeah.
Great trade. Did you guys take longs? Cool. Did you take longs? Craftsman, did you get long there? Guys literally could have just copied the trade that we did here, oh man. Like, we're just calling it out. No. Oh. We're just giving out free money here, man. You're looking to long CL? Let's have a look at CL. Let's have a look at CL for you, man. No real action on there. More like this. Yeah. The long in this range is already kind of underway. It's not the cleanest, but they did gain this. Could have been a couple spots where you could have longed, right? Could have longed here And then this retest. The reason I don't like this retest is that all this is tested, right? So they're just moving into a tested area already. I definitely wait for them to re-achieve something. You know, see if we can get some 15-minute closes above this. You know, something like that. But if they keep rejecting this, then you know you're not getting anything until it goes down here again. Looks like that short's playing out. That scalp short I was talking about. You know, told you guys.
Yeah, quite nice rejection.
Big rejection. This is where my initial short was set up. This area. But then it started dumping too much, right? So I just took the long instead. But this was the initial short was there. I was trying to capture this move down, but I missed it. Well, now what? Now what, Romas? Are you done for the day, yeah?
Yeah, I'm done.
Is that it? I mean, there's nothing else to do now. This is where some people would get, you know, trapped in over trading. You just don't do it, man. You know, get your trade and then move the fuck on. Back in the day, I would trade all fucking day. You know what I mean? I would trade. I would even trade at lunch hour when no one was trading and there was low volume. I would take all these stupid trades. Honestly, man, the best way to do this is come to the market at around 8 o'clock before the news. A lot of news always hits at 8:30, so like between 7:30 and 8, you want to be at your computer ready, and then be there for the open. See what kind of setups you get, either pre-market or at the open, and then it's best to just leave your computer and then come back again at like 2 p.m. and then at 2 p.m. New York, at the end of the day, there's usually action then too, right? Going into the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. I mean, I used to be like stressing out when I wasn't behind the charts. I mean, like you said, sitting all day during those like low volume hours and stuff like that. It's just a waste of time.
It really is.
Better just get in and out when the liquidity is high, when the moves are gonna.
Yeah, happen. Like you want volatility, right? Like you're wasting your time if you're not trading. If you're trading outside of, like in the middle of the day, it's very rare that major moves happen at between 11 and 2. You know, almost exactly. Never.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a re-entry on ES. Maybe. It could be a re-entry opportunity. You know, maybe. If they go all the way back down here. I just don't think they're gonna do it, and I don't think they'll come all the way back down. Better off just to keep the.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything else, but watch.
Yeah, better off just keep the win streak alive. I've never had that many winning days in a row, dude. Ever.
That's a great feeling.
It's crazy, dude. You know, you put in all this effort and all this work for so fucking long, and then eventually things just start working out, you know?
Yeah. I mean, so many times I've just felt like so stupid, you know? Like grinding over and over and it's not working and you're blowing up accounts and you're like, fuck this shit, you know?
Oh man, I almost gave, I even put it down for a while. Like there was one point where I didn't trade for like a whole year. I was just like, I thought I was going to just give up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I basically did. I was like, when I was younger, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just quit my job and do this, and it didn't work, obviously. And So I started the business instead, you know. But I always kept the interest, you know, alive. So I just kept watching charts, kept grinding, you know. And eventually, and now that I'm a business owner, that's my main source of income, and like, but also like I have a lot of free time, so I can do this whenever I want, also.
Right, right.
And
Yeah,
I mean, it's working out great. So it's a great addition to the income, you know.
yeah, I'm in like the exact same situation. It's pretty funny, eh? Like you don't get good at trading until you don't need the money. You know what I mean?
Exactly. When you need
It's
it,
like
you
don't
just
even
like,
need the
nah.
money anymore, and then now you're good at
Yeah.
it. Like fuck you, man. You know what I mean? Back in the day when I fucking really needed the money, I was just losing all the time.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. You don't trade ES and NQ? Cool. Why not, man? That's where all the setups are. They're the best things to trade. Really, that's the main reason I moved over to from crypto over to futures. Is just because there was way more setups. I really don't care what I trade. It's just where are the setups?
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you look at all the charts, the futures is where the setups are. You know, the main markets is where that's where people go to trade. That's where like the big traders trade, because that's where all the setups
Yeah,
are.
for sure. I mean, in Bitcoin, I mean, the chart is super clean, and you can always get those like really banger trades at the extremes. But like you say, it's not a lot of it's not as good to day trade Bitcoin as it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of waiting around. You know, there's really not much. Like if I'm trading the Bitcoin the same way I'm trading ES or NQ, it's like, you know, there's been barely any setups. You know, here, this one, I would have taken this one. You know what I mean? This one right here. If you're looking at the 4 hour, there was 2 trades in the last, since like, you know, until September 30th. September 30th, there was a trade to be had, and then here on the October 2nd, 2 trades.
Yeah.
This one you would have missed. This one maybe I probably would have missed it even. This one, no. This one, yeah. It just doesn't move around as much, you know. Over this last little while, it's moved a lot, but like usually it's like, you know, not really moving. Not like the futures are. And they on the NQ is honestly, it's like super clean, man. The trading and the price action, it's usually like really clean, man. Like you don't have to fuck around too much.
Yeah. But like I said, Bitcoin and crypto usually moves quite a lot when you trade at the extremes. Like when the hype trade that I talked about like last week, it's moved like 20% since.
Nice.
And if you do like a 10x long on that one, it's a big move.
Nice. Oh, yeah, that's a huge move for sure.
days.
Especially if you have a bit of leverage on there. Fuck, be 100% move, no problem. You know. Looks like ES is pushing for the highs. I should have left my PT again. I'm the worst.
Yeah, I mean, look at the 4 hours looking pretty damn bullish right now.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Big hammer. Closes in 7 minutes. You ever trade, do you ever use like candlesticks to trade? Like inside bars or anything like that? Like there's an inside bar that's happening right here. So this bar was inside, there's a break to the top of it. So if you wanted to take a trade here, then you would take a break on ES, a break of 84, and then stop below this bar. Sometimes I use it. Sometimes I use it just for like if I'm late to the trade, you know what I mean, and I want to get in still.
Yeah, maybe sometimes. Like I mentioned the other day here, I took a break out long, just as a scalp, because like when you watch the charts a lot, you can sort of get a feeling for it. They're gonna break out or they're not, you know. But usually not, you know. I usually like rather wait unless I get a good setup.
Obviously you get a better better risk reward, and you know you get a better not necessarily risk reward. You just get a better setup, right?
Yeah. But one of my favorites lately is like, let's say you get it get to a level, and then you start building a bottom, like let's say on a 3 minute, and then you break to the lows, and then you regain on like the 3 minute. Then you can usually get a super tight stop. And then you can go in with like huge size and get like a good amount of dollars very quick.
Sure.
That's one of my favorites lately.
Yeah, it happens on like it's not just 3 minute. It happens on like a lot of different. It's a classic.
Yeah, it happens on all time frames, but
classic pattern, right? Like it goes down, and then goes up, and then breaks the lows, makes new highs, buy it.
Because sometimes you can wait for it to like make a trend reversal on the lower time frame and buy that, but you can just when it's as soon as they start closing above the last level lost, you can just go in for a scalp.
So when he's talking about the last level lost, it's like this, right? So as soon as you start closing here, he's talking about taking trades, and then a couple places you can put your stop. You could put your stop right here, like right underneath the last level lost, or here.
Yeah.
For me, what I found that is the easiest way to explain shit is just when you look for levels that are lost, just look for like gaps that are formed. You know what I mean? Imbalances in the market, because every time there's an imbalance, there's usually liquidity there, right? So it's usually gonna push it when next time price touches it.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a gain with a gap. Or a loss with a gap, you know what I mean? So here's a good example in CL right here. When they lost this 15, they lost it with this gap. There's a gap here, right? And it was never tested. So the next time the price got there, rejected.
Right.
Same on the bigger time frame over here. When they lost this, they left a gap here. So the next time that the price came up to that gap, they rejected. Same here. When they lost this, you know what I mean? Like it just happens over and over again, right? Like if you're newer to trading, it's good to just, you know, keep that shit in your mind when you're looking for setups. If there's not an imbalance in the market, then I would recommend not taking the fucking setup. You know what I mean? Just leave it. The best part about trading is you can just wait for the good setups. It's not like you're forced into anything. You can literally sit there and wait if as long as you want for a setup, like until you get your perfect setup. Be right back, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy has a question. Sniper has a question. Yeah.
So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, Rabas.
Hello, what's up?
I'm good. So, I have this one question I was really confused about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have like when they do this liquidity.
Yeah.
So this is the like very local area which took us down.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was looking for longs here,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't give a test.
Right.
So later on, they held this RD, and now they are currently holding this. I get really confused in between these two. Like, should I keep waiting for this level to hit, or should I take this one? Like, continue to trade?
To be honest, I think longing the top range, like you talk about there, that's a higher, where you had your mouse right there. That's a higher risk trade and lower success rate, in my experience.
Yep.
If you wait for the lower target, it's probably that's the better trade for me, I would say. Otherwise, could you look at like the 5 minute?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I was talking about earlier with Jay, where you have the circle or the white line. As soon as you close above that level, you can just market smash, and then you put your stop right underneath the like, let's say at, what is it, 119.6, somewhere around there. Then you can have a little higher. Yeah, right there, like that. That's also a valid trade, to be honest.
Yeah, makes
That's
sense.
one of my favorite setups, for just a scalp trade.
Yeah. Like, I watch Skinner a lot, and now I started to watch Mr. J from like a year, and it
Yeah.
really helped me. But I
Yeah,
always
Jay's
like,
great, and Skinner's great also.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
he's really good.
So whenever I watch Skinner, he always say if you miss this trade, then you can take this. But I'm not comfortable taking these trades. Like, I don't take these trades
Yeah, I
because
get it. I
in
mean,
my mind, yeah,
because, and I agree with that, because when you're new, I think you should stick to the basic or the best setups possible, because then you build your confidence. And the more
yeah,
experience you get by watching charts, you're gonna get a feeling for, okay, this is a valid trade. You learn what to expect of it, and then you can trade trade the other kinds of setups more often,
yeah,
But I would say stick to the most safe setups in the beginning,
yeah. So I have one more question. Like you said, as soon as we close above, you can smash the entry here and put the
Yeah,
stop loss below, because then we
exactly.
don't
Yeah,
want to go to here, right? Like,
exactly.
is there
Because,
any,
yeah, continue.
yeah, is there any rule that one close or two close? Like, I've heard that sometimes say you wait for the two closes, then you take smash. Like,
Depends on what the time frame. I usually trade when I look at the smaller time frame. I usually use the 3 minute, and I think that's sufficient for me. So, and also, like, because you can also put your stop below or right at the low, but then your risk reward gets so bad that the trade is
yeah,
most likely not worth taking, for me at least.
indeed, I don't like that, like doing this.
So it's better to take a few more, like, with better risk reward, because then you can get stopped out a few times, and you're still
Yeah,
gonna be profitable if you just get one trade in.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that was it. Thank you for
Okay,
that.
nice. Great.
Yeah. See ya. Happy weekend.
What? I'm sorry.
I said happy weekend.
Yeah, you too. Happy weekend.
Okay, I'm back. Wow, quite the dip here, man. We dipped off take the liquidity off the highs.
Yeah, it looks like we got the PMI news after all.
Oh, it did come in. Okay. I don't know. Half decent re-entry.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. But I'm not gonna take it.
Nah. Did Craftsman come on? Did you get your question answered there, Craftsman?
Yeah, I gave him my answer, and he was happy.
You know, I'm happy to try to help you guys as much as possible, man. I understand trading is hard when you first start, and it's hard for years sometimes till you really get it. But the thing is, when you get it, then it really becomes easy. Yeah, I know you have. You've come a long way. When you first came here, you weren't very good. So you've progressed a lot for sure.
Yeah, I mean, imagine finding this channel as compared to finding like say TikTok traders who blows like I've
No
seen
doubt.
TikTok traders blow like 50K accounts live. I think it's probably not real money, but still.
Yeah, this is the problem. It's it's unfortunate that not many people come here. This is probably one of the best fucking channels that's on Twitch for trading, man. I would imagine it's got to be that is some of the best information that you're gonna get for free.
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine there's too many other people that know have like I've been doing this for literally 15 years, man. Like how many people have 15 years experience? I've gone through the ringer and then just put it all out there for free to tell people. Most people that are successful traders, they're making so much money that they don't give a fuck anymore. They don't care to make a stream and take time out of their day to do this shit.
Exactly. That's why everything you hear and see on Twitter,
yeah, it's all
most
bullshit.
likely fake.
Yeah. Honestly, because like I said, like the people who actually know what's going on.
They're busy making money,
They're making money. They don't care. They don't need to sell you a fucking course,
Yeah.
I've been meaning to try to put together just like a full-on tutorial of just everything. But I just, haven't had the time to do it. I was just gonna do it and then just put it out for free. On YouTube and on maybe even on like Skillshare for free. You know what I mean? Or for like $1 or something like that. Fuck, we might see a new low here. It's a pretty big rejection.
Yeah, NQ didn't like these numbers. And usually, it's a decent setup for a bounce on the yes, but usually when they don't bounce quickly, it's usually not a good sign for continuation, but we'll see.
This 4 hour still might hold. We just might get a little bit lower.
Yeah.
On ES, maybe down here at the bottom of the 4 hour. Maybe this, something like that. I don't know. Now it becomes a little bit much more riskier, right? Because it's tested. You're really looking for the first test, right? Like after the first test, it becomes way more risky, right?
Yeah, but this setup is pretty much the same as the one I linked earlier. When we didn't break the highs, or we did, but we have regained some levels now. So the pullback long is better odds right now, I'd say, at least for a bounce.
NQ looking a bit rough though. Pushing into tested areas here.
Yeah, NQ didn't gain anything, so
no, they didn't gain. So it's looking a bit rough, and now they're pushing into areas that are tested, right? So honestly, I would be looking for NQ to wipe this low, and find something that's lower.
Yeah.
Maybe the tops of this again. Maybe the liquidity underneath here. Couple areas to the downside. That liquidity was taken, so maybe this down here. This is kind of where I would put it. But you can't just catch that falling knife. At least I wouldn't. Not too bad. $69 try. Wait, you see now there's not too much to do, right? Like once we hit around 10:30, 11, we're most likely going to be bouncing around this fucking range now for a while, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll see how what they might want to take a break to the downside or the upside. It depends. But the safer play is just to be done trading. Be done trading for today. If I would have left my PTs, all my PTs would have been hit. I would have made an extra $100. Damn it. Story of my life.
Yeah, I mean NQ looks like it could like stay around this, maybe a little bit lower for the couple hours, and then run it back in the evening also.
Yeah. I don't know. NQ that kind of looks a little rough here to me, man, because this is all tested on the way up, right? But just a much riskier trade to take here.
Yeah.
And that's not the game that you're playing, right? Like you want to get the easy trades, not the you don't want to have the risky ones. Get the risky ones out of here. The sooner
for me to
you
take
learn
a trade in that range, I would need a small time frame setup. You know, I wouldn't just long it and stop below those.
Yeah, for sure. The sooner you understand to not take trades, the better you're going to be, man. Really, the more money you're going to make. The sooner you realize that you don't need to be in the market all the time, and you should really pick and choose your fucking entries. The better off you're gonna be. It took me a while to figure that shit out, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's always another trade. I had to learn that myself also the hard way, you know.
Oh yeah, there's probably gonna be another 10 trades today. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Another 10 setups or whatever. Just you need to wait for good. This was actually not a bad setup on the 5 minute, right? Like we had a great 5 minute gain here on ES. It was a good 5 minute gain, and then a big retest into a gap, right? Like this is the kind of shit that I look for.
Yeah.
But on the 4 hour, we're coming into a tested 4 hour level. That's why I don't like it. So if I see something I don't like, just fucking pass and just on to the next trade. You know what I mean? There's be another trade next day or whatever. You know, there'll be tons of trades. All this, we literally enter in trades every single day. Every day we enter in a trade. You know what I mean? So it's not a huge deal to just pass on some trades.
Yeah, Sniper, I mean, the confidence part comes with a lot of experience, you know. When you see the things you practice play out over and over and over and over again, it's going to build your confidence.
Yeah, you just take screen time is all it takes, really. Can't really learn that part. You gotta go through the trenches and take some L's and take some wins, you know. If you're struggling with confidence, I would recommend back testing the shit out of your system. Like just go back through tons of charts that you don't know about. You know what I mean? Like look at charts that you're not familiar with, and just back test your system. And do it. You know, do like 500 trades back tested. Just start at some random date in like the 2000s or whatever, and then just keep moving forward in the chart and be like, yeah, I'll take this trade, and then track how much you would have made. Yeah, I'd take this trade, track how much you would have made, and just keep a record of how much, and then that will help you build confidence, because it's the same as trading, right? Basically you're crushing it all down into smaller time frame. There's also software out there that you can backtest stuff, and it'll automatically track all your wins and stuff for you. I don't know. I can't remember the names. It's Pip something Pip.
Mr. Lowe, he talked a lot about the concept of front testing, but at the same time, same thing as screen time. Just looking at the chart, seeing what do you think it's gonna do, and what is it doing? Because. Takes the hindsight out of things also, because the hard thing about confidence is like you have to see everything play out live so many times that you kind of get a feeling for like yeah, what they might do, because you get this like sixth sense when you see the price action in like you get a feeling for yeah, they're probably going to push this, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Stuff like
definitely,
that.
100%. Yeah, when you're doing back testing, you should do it like I know TradingView has a replay option where it'll you don't want to look at the whole price action, right, and just be like, oh, I would have took this trade. You need to block the chart and just move it forward by 1 bar at a time. You know what I mean? Pick a random date and then move it forward 1 bar at a time, and then be like, as you see the price action coming, then it's almost like live trading, right? Because then you're doing it correctly. You can't just look at the chart and look at the whole chart and be like, oh yeah, this spot I would have took one, or this spot. No, not like that. You need to like move the chart so it's showing you a little bit by a little bit at a time, 1 bar at a time.
Exactly. Yeah, I've done that for hours.
Yeah, you really every trader, when especially if you're new, should do that for hours. That's why I told Crossman do you should track 500 trades, and then just look at your results. It'll give you a lot more confidence, because you'll know exactly what your system is doing. You know what I mean? I don't backtest shit anymore. It's just like now I just trade price action. But back in the day, I fucking backtested when I was having problems with confidence. I would backtest the shit out of everything.
Yeah, when you first learn price action and technical analysis or whatever you call it, you think you get it, but you don't. I mean,
Yeah.
looking back at how I view the markets like 5-6 years ago, it's like night and day compared to today.
Yeah, no doubt, 100%. It is funny because you learn a little bit and you think you know everything, yeah, but you don't. Takes a while to. I mean, some people are faster than others. I know some people that have like after 6 months they're like making fucking tons of money. You know what I mean? It didn't happen for me. It took me fucking 6 years, but you know, some people are.
Yeah, we're slow learners, but but we made it. You know?
Yeah, the thing is once you make it, it doesn't matter at all anymore. You know what I mean? You make everything back within like fucking a year. Really, man, my eyesight is getting so bad in my old age. I can't even see. Like, I look at my phone, it's just a giant blur at this point. It's brutal, man.
Damn.
I know.
I've heard sun gazing should help with that. I
Really?
don't know if that's true.
Like,
Yeah,
looking
you
at
know.
the carrots. People are saying, oh, great. Omega-3, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
gain?
sun gazing at the sundown or sun up, you know, the first and last half hour. I mean, I don't know.
Eat carrots. That's funny. So if you wanted to get involved in this range, you need to wait for this candle to close, this 15-minute, and then if they leave this gap here, that would be the gap that you want to enter on. Yeah. That's what I would say if you want to get involved here. They have already gained this before, right? Like the leg that they're coming down, this was the thing to gain here, so they already gained it. So now they're re-achieving, right, after coming down and failing this. So they failed this imbalance and this swing. Oh shit, sorry man. So they're coming down. This was the thing to gain here, right? So they've already gained it. So this was the initial entry right here. But it wouldn't have been an entry for me because all this is tested, right? So it's not the best entry. And then they're failing this. This is the gap that they're failing. So if you did want to get involved here, like, you wouldn't be wrong. You just need to wait for this 15-minute candle to form, and then if they leave a gap here, that would be a solid entry, I would say. And I would put my stop here. I don't know what if that's like far in CL land, but that would be my trade on this chart. I don't know about like how much that's worth or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, is that even a feasible trade on CL? I don't know. And then you look at the 4 hour, and I would target this liquidity up here, or maybe this 4 hour failure to gain, something like that. 2.75. Something like that. Does that make sense? I need to wait for this candle to close though first. But like I said, I don't know if this is like, I don't know what this is worth in CL land. Do you know what this is worth, Rubus? Like, what's 31 points worth? Probably a lot, right? Like, this is probably worth a lot.
Yeah, probably a lot. I mean, it's a huge contract if you do the futures, but probably you can do small size with CLs.
Yeah, there might be micro CLs or whatever, right? This would be like more like a micro trade idea on the 15 anyway. If it was a bigger contract, then you'd have to trade it on a smaller time frame, right? So if you were trading it on a smaller time frame, you'd be looking at the 5 minute. So the 5 minute down here, this would still be the thing to gain. It's kind of the same thing almost. Like, this would still be the first thing to gain. And they gained it there. So this would be the initial entry. You know, they don't have any kind of, everything's tested here, so it didn't really give you any kind of good signal. So they re-achieved. This is still the same spot that you want to look at. So the entry is going to be at here, right? So let's say this is the entry. You see how it's like the entries across, like there's a whole bunch of things that are tied to this entry, right? Right. The swing gain, this pivot, this imbalance. There's a lot of things that are tied here. So this is a decent trade because there's so many things tied to it. And if you wanted to trade it on a smaller time frame, you'd put your stop loss here. So that's probably a more feasible one for, you know, for like a bigger time frame. And you'd still target, you know, higher. Yeah, this is all tested, so this would be the first thing. 62, 66. 62, 66. That would be the trade on the small time frame. 10 to 1. So if you wanted to front run that a bit, you could make it like a 6-to-1 trade or something like that. I'd still leave it in this pocket though, the front run of that pocket. So entry at 61.01, invalidation at 60.74, and then target 62.65. That's the 5-minute one. The 5-minute one's like already, you're already set up to do it. But understand when you're trading like this, it's like, it's a lot, things work out a lot less of the time, right? Because you're trading an inside trend versus the main trend. It's a second test on something, so you really only want to take the first test. That's why this pumped so much, right? Because it was the first test of this gain. So coming down again, it makes it a lot more less likely to work out. Not saying it won't work out, it's just a more higher risk trade. So you need to, if you're trading more higher risk, then you need to scale back your risk accordingly, right? You can't put out full positions on higher risk trades. It's not how this works. If it's a higher risk trade, you just need to position down, you know? You understand what's an inside trend and what's the main trend, right? Cool. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, that's how I would frame that CL trade anyway. Probably put this a little bit lower too. Something like that. Front run of the target is 5-to-1 trade. Looks like that Riyadh fucking worked out. God damn it.
Yeah, it would have been a banger.
It would have been a banger for sure. NQ struggling though, man. I don't know. It doesn't look too good. Well, it's 10:30, guys. You know what that means.
Yeah, that's it for this week, right? Yeah.
I think that's going to be it for the week. We're going to call it a wrap on the week. Thank you guys all for coming out, man. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, have a great weekend all, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll be here again on Monday. Or I don't know if Rubus will, but you should come out again. I'm sure.
Yeah, probably.
Going to be trading, so he might as well come here.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be
yeah, catch you Monday, guys.
Yeah, we'll be back on Monday. Again, thank you guys for coming out. I hope you guys learned something. If you guys have any further questions, just pop it in the Discord. You know, somebody will answer it for sure. And yeah, you guys have a great weekend. The win streak continues, you know what I mean? The fucking win streak continues. That's like 16 days in a row, boys, of winning. Honestly, dude, it's been a fucking good. I don't think I've ever had a run like that where it's that much winning. Crazy. It really is crazy. Glad you guys are here to see it. Anyway, peace out.